The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is a limited rules match. The limited rules are pinfall, submission, or KO must occur in the ring. Introducing first.
It's been a downward spiral for the weight maker, Kyle Boone. But if you'd asked him, things have never been better. We've seen what he had done here to his former partners in previous outings, which led to this culmination. Someone that he had called a friend and a tag team partner, Jonny DeLuca, and now squaring off in a limited rules match. Things are about to get heated, and only one man will come out as the #1 contender for that open weight championship.
Well, it's no secret, Kyle Boone has always had a chip on his shoulder, but ever since Shiloh turned his back on him, his mission has been beat others before they get the chance to do it to him.
Ago, right before this matchup on the Jumbotron, what had happened here to Jonny DeLuca being attacked backstage, and now coming out, Kevin, with those ribs heavily taped here.
That and Jonny DeLuca, not his usual happy-go-lucky self, not wanting to take his eyes off of Kyle Boone, but the look on the face of Jonny says it all. He's not here to win the battle, he's here to win the war.
Might be a big mistake here for DeLuca competing under these circumstances. Further risk injury for the target, a weakness here.
And Jonny DeLuca taking it right to the wave maker. Again, suffering that pre-match assault earlier this evening, right here in the Germania Hall. And we're seeing that bandaged up midsection.
This is personal, this has been building up for months.
You know, Kyle Boone, looking at his handiwork there, might as well be a target. But right now, Jonny DeLuca very much in control in the early goings of this limited rules #1 contendership match. Kyle Boone going for an elbow, but missing. Able to get the boot up. DeLuca missing the punch. Big back elbow.
Jonny DeLuca was someone that always tried to defend Kyle Boone. Someone that tried to stand up for a friend, say that it was worth it. And this is how his friend had treated him here, Kevin.
Well, DeLuca said on a message posted to social media, "How long am I going to have your back? How long am I going to have to try to help you, Boone?" And now we've seen where that's gotten him, and that was Boone stabbing DeLuca in the back. But again, Boone, after being stabbed in the back by his girlfriend, his MO has become stab others in the back before they can do it to him. You know, I think we can all relate to Boone on a certain level when it comes to that mentality.
Well, some people might argue had Boone had not done it, it would have never put him in contention for this open weight championship. Should he beat DeLuca here?
Kyle Boone using that kendo stick. That's not very hang 10 of him. And Boone just mocking DeLuca and the fans here at the legendary Germania Club. Here at Locked in the Germania Club. Stiff kendo stick shot once again.
Boone going to town here on those ribs of DeLuca.
Kyle Boone taking a page out of the Sandman's book. A man who originally started his career as a surfer, much like Kyle Boone is doing.
He's been studying tape, Kevin, is what you're saying.
Well, Kyle Boone, Jonny DeLuca, both these young men, very much students of the game, always learning, always changing up their game plan to make sure they are the very best to reach that next level, whether it be here in PWO or all over the Ontario indie scene. Both these men, former trios champions alongside Tarek.
We've seen Tarek advance earlier in that Iron Cup qualifier.
Can you imagine if Tarek wins the Iron Cup and one of these two men go on to win that open weight title? What a match we have lined up after that, if that's the possibilities. Anything can happen here in the world of professional wrestling.
Excellent Boone plan here from Kyle Boone, trying to stretch that already damaged lower back. Jonny DeLuca is in a lot of trouble here, Kevin. Brad Myers says no, calls it off. No submission from DeLuca, who looks to try to continue in his quest to become the #1 contender.
And you know, the way Kyle Boone just switched submissions, I think he knew DeLuca was getting to the point where he was ready to tap, but Boone does not want this to end. This isn't just about picking up the win. This is about hurting the other competitor. DeLuca trying to fight his way out, but Boone with a clubbing blow.
It was a smart game plan for Boone. You know DeLuca's already feeling the effects. He was on those ribs, as you can see here, driving the wind out of him and then applying that chin lock that he had there. Already breathing heavily, struggling to continue. DeLuca on a serious assault here from Kyle Boone.
DeLuca in a world of trouble here as Kyle Boone is in firm control. Irish whip. Almost shaking the ring with the velocity he put behind that one. Jonny DeLuca prone in the center of the ring as Boone just stalks him like a vulture stalking his prey, waiting for its next meal.
Brad Myers did check on DeLuca. He's insisted on continuing. And now you can see Kyle Boone's not going to win the match that way. He's just looking to humiliate his former friend and his former partner here.
I mean, it's interesting. Neither competitor thus far in this match has even tried to go for a pinfall yet, Chris. And again, this is with the #1 contendership for the openweight title on the line.
Boone knows that DeLuca has a heavy schedule in wrestling, not only in PWO, but outside of here. Looking to take him out for the months to come here. You can see DeLuca struggling, breathing heavily once again, Kevin. DeLuca in a lot of trouble here.
DeLuca holding on to that top rope. Not allowing Boone to do what he wants to do, but Boone with a stiff elbow to the chin of DeLuca. DeLuca turning things around. Over he goes, landing on that apron. Catches that right hand. Answers with one of his own. Going up top.
DeLuca needs to act quickly.
Oh, Boone. Very intelligent.
Once again, that midsection, those ribs on that top rope.
But DeLuca able to get out of the way just in time. And now he might have Boone exactly where he wants him. Mr. Electricity coming in hot. Boone!
How much more damage is DeLuca going to be able to take on that back and those ribs, Kevin?
DeLuca, not one to be taken lightly, whether he be injured or not. And Kyle Boone knows if he wants to end DeLuca tonight, he's going to have to do a lot more than just beat him. Boone, once again, kendo stick in hand.
insult, more injury.
Oh! And a crossface using the kendo stick.
That's vicious.
That's dangerous, is what that is.
DeLuca, he might pass out from the pain here.
Well, I've known DeLuca for a lot of things, but passing out due to pain is not one of them. DeLuca looks like he's gonna be, oh, no, fighting out of it. Feeding off the energy of these fans. Mr. Electricity with 1.21 gigawatts flowing through his veins. Right into a kendo stick shot, sending DeLuca to the outside.
Kyle Boone once again with the upper hand. It might be a mistake here from Boone, giving DeLuca a chance to regroup on the outside.
And you know, all this aggression from Boone, it's, oh, right into a Samoan drop! DeLuca!
With every move though, Kevin, and every slam from DeLuca continues to sustain more damage on those ribs.
This is like something we saw in that impromptu 2-on-1 handicap match against Tarek and Brent Banks a number of months ago. When DeLuca was down, he never gave up. He fought tooth and nail. And while he did, for lack of a better term, come in second that night, he made an impression that was heard throughout the halls here in the Germania Club.
What an impression it would be if Jonny DeLuca was able to come back and become the new #1 contender to that open weight championship, as he's getting the better of the exchange on Kyle Boone right now.
DeLuca finally getting the opportunity, but Boone turning momentum around right into a clothesline. DeLuca with another, taking him up. Boone slides out, trying to go for a submission hold, but DeLuca not allowing it to happen. Up goes Boone, down with a scoop slam. But DeLuca falling to his knees. What does he have in store for his former tag team partner?
DeLuca needs to act now, Kevin, without delay. He's allowed Boone to get to the other side of the ring.
Big missile drop kick from DeLuca, going for the cover. Is it enough? Boone getting the shoulder up.
It was a near fall for DeLuca, but it wasn't enough, and you can see DeLuca once again favoring those ribs. Brad Myers needing to check on DeLuca, who says he's able to continue, both men down on the canvas on that limited rules match.
DeLuca could be missing an arm and a leg, and as far as he's concerned, he would still be willing to continue. That's the type of competitor Jonny DeLuca, Mr. Electricity, is. No matter how stacked against him the deck is, he always has a shot, and we're seeing that on display here tonight as he comes into this limited rules match, injured and hurt at the hands of Kyle Boone. DeLuca with a big chop. Boone with a shot of his own.
Boone trying to get to that kendo. It's going to be the difference maker.
Well, anytime Boone has gotten a hold of that kendo stick, he has been in control of this match. DeLuca trying to make sure that doesn't happen at any cost. Trying to reel in the wave maker. Big step up enziguri.
Beautiful execution from Kyle Boone.
Boone getting a hold of that kendo stick. Will this spell disaster for Mr. Electricity? Blue Thunder Bomb! Is it enough? Kick out from the wave maker. And the clinic these two competitors are putting on.
And Incredible perseverance from Jonny DeLuca, but it wasn't enough. Now you can see the official Brad Myers checking on Kyle Boone to see if he wants to continue.
All I can say, Chris, is this is a match we're going to be talking about for a long time coming. Everything that's on the line and everything these competitors have put each other through.
We talked about how that kendo might be the difference maker, but now it's in the hands of Jonny DeLuca.
What does DeLuca have in store for Boone? No, Brad, no! DeLuca getting his composure just in time. But now,
What was that? The ring bell. The ring bell from under the ring.
Oh no, this is not good. Going for the cover is Boone, the #1 contender.
Boone was so confident, Kevin. He was so sure that he was going to be the #1 contender. Incredible heart and determination. More guts than brains from DeLuca. Shoulder breaker, maybe. Oh no!
Emerald Flosion, beautiful maneuver, but not enough to do away with DeLuca. Kyle Boone pulling deep out of his bag of tricks. And now he turns his attention once again to that faithful kendo stick of his. Oh, changing his mind. What is this? Is that Brass Knuckles?
Kyle Boone win a few matches here at PWO once he slid on those brass knucks. Kyle Boone's got it all. Brass knucks, kendo stick, hammer, and ring bell. And whatever it'll take to be the new #1 contender. At the expense of friendships, at the expense of relationships.
Kyle Boone going in for the kill. DeLuca going for the double dose. Kyle Boone. What is he? Abdominal stretch, center of the ring, and using those brass knuckles on the guts, on the kidneys of DeLuca. DeLuca could be looking at a cracked or even broken rib after a move like that.
And it might have to come down to Brad Myers' discretion, senior official here at PWO.
Again,
fans not impressed with the antics of Kyle Boone. Those brass knuckles to the already severely damaged midsection and ribs. And now to the face of DeLuca.
Boone, some nasty intentions. DeLuca getting a measure of revenge. Shades of what Boone did to DeLuca a number of months ago. This is a side of DeLuca I don't know if I've ever seen before, Chris.
DeLuca going to the deepest, darkest reaches here to end and settle it with his former friend and partner, Kyle Boone.
DeLuca, kendo stick in hand. Kyle Boone to a vertical base. And now DeLuca returning the favor with interest.
Boone with a taste of his own medicine.
Mr. Electricity, relentless with this assault. Crossface, center of the ring.
DeLuca trying to humble Boone here.
Boone reaching for those ropes out of desperation, but his eyes look like they're starting to roll into the back of his head.
You can see, Kevin, he still has those brass knucks.
Oh, but using those teeth, trying to bite at the hands of DeLuca.
He still has those brass knucks off the turnbuckles now.
And DeLuca turning things around. Crossface, center of the ring. Boone with nowhere to go.
And they say payback's a bitch, Kevin. Kyle Boone with a taste of his own medicine. He's gonna choke him out with that kendo.
DeLuca's got The crossface in deep with the kendo stick in hand.
Starting to fade. That's it.
There it is! Jonny DeLuca!
Boone was turning another color.
Jonny DeLuca, #1 contender for the open weight title, Chris! Oh my God!
DeLuca coming back against the odds to be the new #1 contender for that open weight championship. Will it be Holden Albright or will it be John Breed? We're going to find out in the main event inside that steel cage. Incredible.
These two young gladiators leaving it all in the ring at the expense of each other. This might have been the biggest match in both of these young men's careers. But only one can be victorious, only one can be the #1 contender. And Jonny DeLuca moving on to the Iron Cup with a golden opportunity. Are we looking at the next open weight champion, Chris?
DeLuca looking to close that door, to close that chapter in that rivalry, that saga here with Kyle Boone, and put it behind him on the path, on the road to the gold here in PWO.
Boone's downward spiral continues here tonight as he can barely get himself back up on his 2 feet. What does this mean for the future of Boone? We know where Jonny DeLuca is headed. But what will Boone do